Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. I hope you are enjoying the videos. For more insight on HR practices and real corporate world exposure, please subscribe to our channel, like the video and do share it with others. Also, please press the bell icon to never miss an update from HR Success Talk. Thanks a lot. Enjoy this video.
Hello everyone, my name is Pranshu Sharma. I'm a part of HR Analytics at MetLife. Today I will be talking about HRMIS dashboards and analytics. And I would be covering two topics today. First is what is HR dashboard all about and types of HR metrics required to design a dashboard. So let's deep dive into the further presentation and see. So to talk about HR dashboard, so dashboard is basically a summary which provide insights to the business leaders and to HR BP to take decision. So in other words, so HR dashboard is a kind of a business intelligence tool which allows human resource team to track, analyze and report the data in some meaningful insights by using some HR metrics. So today we would be covering few HR metrics like headcount, termination and turnover, hires, rehires, promotions and transfers. So once you have a fair understanding about these HR metrics, then you would be able to summarize into one snapshot or dashboard as I have shown in this presentation on the right hand side. So before we get into the HR metrics, I would like to talk about some key elements which are very important in HR. If one is facts and second is events. Now facts is basically wherein a data or record of a particular day of an employee can be fetched from the tool which you use in your organization. For an example, if you want to see a headcount as of 1st January 2021, so you would require a date. So it is considered as a fact. Second comes event. Events is basically it is an action happen during the life cycle of an employee, such as hires, terminations, promotions, and transfers. So generally you would see that there are multiple records or rows available in the system once you pull out the data for a particular employee. So this is called events, wherein there are a lot of changes happen during the life cycle of an employee in an organization. So let's move on to the next slide. So let's start with the first metric, headcount. Now in simple word, headcount is a number of people employed by an organization at a given time. So any employee who is active in the system or on short-term leave with pay or without pay can be considered as an active employee. Now to calculate average headcount for a particular period, you can simply use a formula headcount at the beginning of the month plus headcount at the end of the month. Then you can simply divide it by 2, then you will get the average headcount for that particular period. Let's talk about new hires. Now, new hire is basically wherein a candidate is ready to join the organization. Means it is a process of finding, evaluating, and establishing a workforce relationship with future employee, contracts, consultants, interns, and so on. Rehire a candidate. Now, rehire a candidate, it is a process where an ex-employee who leaves the organization in the past and wish to rejoin the same organization. Now, very interesting topic about termination. Now, termination of an employee refers to an end of employee's work with a company. So any employee either can be terminated by an organization or maybe an employee as per his willing can leave the organization. So basically there are two types of termination, voluntary terminations and involuntary termination. Now, voluntary termination is where an employee leaves the organization as per his wish or of their own accord. and an involuntary termination where an employee is fired by your organization during downsize or layoff. Now, very interesting topic here is of how to calculate turnover rate. So turnover rate is basically, it is calculated basis the average head count for particular period and the number of terminations for that particular month. So here I have given an example. If you want to calculate turnover rate for the month of February, so suppose you have termination for the month of February is 8, and for 2 periods you have headcount as of January and February 190, and you can simply divide it. So you can simply divide the headcount by 2, then you will get your average headcount, and you can simply divide it by the total termination, and you will get the turnover rate for that particular month. Now let's talk about promotion. Now promotion of an employee is an advancement within an organization. So most of the time you have seen that it is kind of an upward movement of an employee with hike in the current job to another job, with higher in pay, higher in grade, and higher in responsibility, and of course the level. Now transfers, let's talk about transfer. Transfer, it is a process of placing employees in position where they're likely to be more effective. So in transfer, normally you must have seen that there is no change in the responsibility or designation, status or salary as well. Because there are times that maybe in an organization, let's say there are 2 positions, right? And the second position that an employee is eligible can easily take a transfer. It means is just moving from one department to another. Now there are different types of transfers. One is transfer out, transfer in, and transfer within. So transfer out, in simple words, where an employee moves out from his current department to a new department. And transfer in, where an employee moves in from the other department. And transfer within. Transfer within is basically where an employee moves from one department to another department within same line of business. To give you an example here, let's say the line of business is HR and employee is currently working as a recruiter, and there is a requirement in compensation and benefits. So the LOB line of business will remain same as HR, and it will be considered as a transfer within from HR recruiter to HR CNB. So this is all I have for today. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much.